Very feminine, very womanly, very sexy. So delicious. It's next level to offer the whole same experience, and it's not like, oh, here you can't afford the full bottle, so you get the like crappier bottle. You know what I mean? Before we get into this, I want to know, why did you click on this video? Is it because you're interested in Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper? Is it because you already own a Kayali fragrance and you want to know if this one is worthy of adding to your collection? Is it because you have no idea about Kayali and you're just kind of like, what is all this hype? What is this? Why do I need it? Let me know, because I'm here to hopefully answer those questions for you and more. Before we get into it, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Charlotte. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I do a lot of videos on beauty and fragrance, and I'm basically obsessed with both of those things. If you are too, or if you're even just a little bit curious about that world, definitely subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future content. I have a lot of exciting videos coming up. I have a Lactonics scent guide, if it's not already up. If it is, definitely go check that out. I have a comparison review of La Belle and Le Parfum Intense that just went out, and a lot of other stuff. So definitely stick around. Today I want to share with you my review of the brand new Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper right over here. And this is a fragrance that I received 2 days ago, so I spent the last 2 days getting to know her in quite good detail. And I was really excited to review this for you guys because I knew it was going to be a hit. Kayali's doing really well for a reason, okay? Kayali fragrances are, first of all, I just need to commend Kayali for making the move of granting consumers the same luxe experience with their travel sprays as a full bottle. So for a lot of people, travel bottles like this, okay, are usually gonna come as like bottles like this, or a lot of times it'll be like this kind of thing, right? It's okay, it'll spray and everything, but part of the love of perfumery, right, is the beautiful presentation, the whole experience. And so yes, you have the sprayer, which is nice, but here you actually don't have to compromise on the bottle either. It automatically offers a more generous sort of price point range for more people, you know what I mean? Because for some people, and me included, I don't have the money to go and spend over $100 on a blind buy or on a bottle, but I also would like to, you know, when I spend $25 or $30 on a travel size, you know, it's next level to offer that, you know, to give the whole same experience. And it's not like, oh, here you can't afford the full bottle, so you get the like crappier bottle. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really respect that move on Kayali's part, and I think you guys are going to as well. I think it's generally appreciated. So Kayali's bottles are absolutely, even though I don't have the beautiful pink Kayali bottle that is, you know, all the rage, I think that these are beautiful. I don't mind. Like, these are just as beautiful. Kayali is all about layering different fragrances, right? So the ones I already had were Vanilla 28 and Deja Vu White Flowers 57. I did a sort of first impressions review of both of those. I will link it for you. Generally speaking, I really like both of those fragrances. I don't find them to be particularly long lasting, but I also don't find them to be less long lasting than most designer fragrances, you know what I mean? And so for the price point, I think it makes sense. They're not the most expensive perfumes, but they're definitely not the most affordable either. They are a Sephora brand. The Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, I think, is coming out at a very good time. This is sort of a fusion between Middle Eastern sort of rose oud scents with a more sort of westernized sweet gourmand scent, and for that reason I think it's very fitting and it's going to be very successful right now. Before I purchased this, when I went into this to review for you guys, I already knew this was probably not going to be my favorite Kayali, just because in terms of personal preference, I'm not a warm spicy rose sort of person. I can absolutely appreciate it and enjoy it and wear it on occasion, but it's not my go-to sort of scent profile. So the two other Kayalis that I did review for you that I bought were the ones that were my sort of comfort zone, which is that more vanillic white floral sandalwood sort of scent. The Vanilla is really a rich, warm, gourmand sort of vanilla. And the Deja Vu does have that same vanilla in it with some creamy sandalwood and creamy white florals. I really enjoy both of those scents. And so Pink Pepper, when I smelled it, right away, I got the vanilla, the Kayali Vanilla 28 DNA, absolutely. When I looked up the notes, it does share a lot of the same notes in the base, so it's not surprising. So it has that gourmand, sweet, warm, enveloping, very more kind of Western base. But it opens with a spicy pink pepper and saffron. And in the mid, it has a lot of rose, which you do smell right away. You smell the rose right away. It's kind of like a very strong sort of rose water on top of that vanilla gourmandness. But then when you spray it, and I'm going to spray it now too again. I'm going to show you the... I hope you can see it. So delicious. So right away I get the saffron, very heavy on the saffron and the rose, which together makes a sort of to me it smells like a very soapy rose when it's first sprayed. So my initial impression, and when I first sprayed it, I knew it wasn't going to be my favorite kind of scent. Again, not because it's not a good scent, but just because it's not my specific vibe. But after it starts drying down a little bit, the saffron and the pink pepper died down, and I already knew that that was going to be maybe my less favorite part of the fragrance. And it definitely gets more warm, more enveloping, more gourmand. And needless to say, this is an excellent layering fragrance to layer with Kayali Vanilla 28. It's almost like they were made to layer together, to be honest. I could totally see you, for example, maybe wearing Kayali Vanilla 28 all day, and then in the evening you want to refresh your fragrance, but you want to add something on top that's a little bit more sexy, a little bit more warm going out. You add some Sweet Diamond on top. You can't go wrong with that. It's very foolproof for sure. Do I think another thing that needs to be pointed out is Sweet Diamond is supposed to be a intense version. So it's supposed to be a higher concentration of fragrance oils, and it's supposed to be stronger than the other ones. And it might be a little bit premature for me to say this, but if you're looking for a more intense Kayali, I don't know that you're going to be satisfied. I think you might be disappointed. And that's just because I don't find it to be particularly long lasting, or not more long lasting than the other ones. That said, I don't find the lasting power disappointing. It's just definitely not on par with what I would consider to be intense in terms of lasting power or even projection. Again, only like compare it again to very, like if you're gonna take something, well, for example, this has been compared to, where is it? This has been compared to a couple fragrances. It's been compared to more than a couple, but I've got a few of them here. And yeah, actually, if you want me to do a side-by-side comparison in another video, I absolutely will. But it has been compared to Nina Ricci's Rose Absolu. It has been compared to Mancera's Rose Vanille or Roses Vanille, and it also has been compared to Maison Francis Kurkdjian Oud Satin Mood. I see it. I see the resemblance. It's not the same though. I do see the resemblance. I do understand why it reminds people of these fragrances. On first impression, what I can tell you is that out of all of these, I would say maybe the most like Nina Rose Absolu. But between the two, for that kind of scent, I still prefer this one, I think, for that rose, smooth, rounded scent. For that warm rose scent, I think I prefer this one. But this, because of the vanilla in it, does kind of remind me a little bit also of Mancera's Roses Vanille. But then again, Roses Vanille's projection, longevity, sillage is much stronger, in my opinion, to Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. So it shares that sort of boozy rose vanilla accord, but it also lacks the spiciness at the top. So I think that's why this is the most likely sort of comparison that makes the most sense to me. But again, that vanilla base in the Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper does remind me more of a gourmand. It does remind me a lot of the Kayali Vanilla 28. and for that reason it's not quite the same as this. So I would not say that any of them are dupes. And of course Oud Satin Mood is just on another level. The oud in there is not present in this, of course, and to me that would be like the most different out of those three. Like it's the least like Oud Satin Mood, but I can totally see the resemblance between Rose Vanille and Nina Rose Absolu. And I can also see how if you don't have those two as reference and you only have Oud Satin Mood as reference, that it might make you think of Oud Satin Mood. You know what I mean? A lot of that reminds me of sort of categories on Fragrantica, or like when people are reminded of certain fragrances, it is largely dependent on the context of how many fragrances they've smelled of that genre too. Do you know what I mean? It has the same warm vanilla ambery base as the Kayali Vanilla 28, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I could take or leave the pink pepper, to be honest, okay? But I know that the pink pepper, you should go watch Mona Katan's video. It was really interesting to see how she developed this fragrance and why she chose the notes she did. And pink pepper, I appreciate the story of why pink pepper is in this fragrance. So it's supposed to be a very sort of sensual note, and paired with the saffron and the rose, I understand why it's there. Like I said, those are not my most favorite sort of notes or accords. So for that reason, this is not my favorite Kayali, but it is a very good Kayali fragrance, and I think it will be very popular with a lot of people. And I think that if you like a gourmand fragrance and you also like a warm, spicy fragrance, this would be like the first choice for you in Kayali. I'd say go for it, you know what I mean? If you were already having your eye on Kayali Vanilla 28, I still think Vanilla 28 is like the biggest winner of Kayali. I really, really, really love it. And Deja Vu is a really, really nice white floral, and the same kind of, to me, it's the same kind of beautiful, versatile, creamy white floral as the Only One Intense. Not the same, okay? But the same kind of like beautiful, effortless versatility, you know what I mean? Deja Vu, it's really, really beautiful. And it could absolutely be paired with the Vanilla 28, of course. I really like the premise of this brand with their layering. I like that most of their scents can be layered together and are kind of foolproof. I would say if you already have the Vanilla 28, the Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper might be something that's really kind of interesting to pair with your Vanilla 28. But if you're already kind of like wanting the Vanilla 28 or Deja Vu, and you're wondering if the Pink Pepper Sweet Diamond is the one you should go for, if you're not a warm, spicy rose lover to begin with, go for the Deja Vu or the Kayali Vanilla 28 as your first choice. Do you know what I mean? I also wanted to add that the juice, or like the perfume, the actual fragrance, does have a pink sort of tinge to it. It's really pretty. And so the actual full-size bottle, of course, is that opaque pink, but the actual juice inside is also pink. Let's take here's the atomizer. I just love the detail of the fact that like the bottle, the whole thing is exactly like the full bottle. I can't I can't commend Kayali enough for that. I just appreciate it so much, especially as someone who wants to keep buying and trying new fragrances, but doesn't necessarily want all these 50 and 100 ml bottles, but still wants to feel like I have the full bottle. Here I feel like I have the full bottle, because I do, but it's so cute, so tiny, and like, and I'm not gonna lie too, it's a wonderful business decision on their end, because now I probably, if they keep doing all these minis, I will not hesitate. I will go and purchase the newest mini, you know what I mean, to try, because it's worth it for the price for me. Really, really amazing gift idea too. And again, in all ways, can you imagine gifting someone like a travel spray over a beautiful bottle and feeling like, I've been there, but like this, yeah, that's so cute, so pretty. Like I said, I've worn it for a couple days. The longevity on it is good, like maybe a little bit longer, but not by much, you know what I mean? Remember, I don't find that fragrances last that long on my skin to begin with. Less long lasting fragrances can last anywhere from like 1 to 2 hours on my skin. A decent fragrance can last like 3 to 4 hours. That's kind of like in that ballpark for me, like the 3 to 4 hours on skin. For me, it's really only like very, very potent, intense, niche, expensive fragrances that I find do, or it tends to be much stronger fragrances for me that will last, you know, 6 hours on skin, 7 hours, 8 hours maybe on skin. Like that's extreme for me. And that's pretty rare. So for a designer fragrance, like 3 to 4, maybe 5 hours is decent to me. And the bad ones on my skin tend to disappear in less than 2 hours, for reference. So that's my little short, I hope, review for you of Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. And by the way, the little number is referring to the number of times that the perfume was reformulated to find the perfect formula for that fragrance. So for example, Kayali Vanilla 28, there were 27 other vanillas. Deja White Flowers 57, self-explanatory. Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. So I am interested in perhaps reviewing and getting to know the Kayali Musk, Kayali Citrus, and Kayali Elixir. But to be honest, the only reason I don't even have those to test for you is because they've been sold out for many months now. So when they are no longer sold out, I'll probably pick up the travel sizes of those ones as well. Let me know in the comments down below if you picked up Pink Pepper Sweet Diamond. I know a lot of people did, and a lot of people seem to like it. The response has been pretty positive. I do think that if you're looking for something a lot more intense and you already are familiar with a lot of warm, spicy, maybe Middle Eastern perfumes, you might be disappointed by this one. But I also think you might be pleasantly surprised at the way that Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper manages to sort of make a fusion of these two worlds of like the West and the Middle Eastern world, and makes something that's a little bit unique in that sense. So it's not a unique scent per se, but it is a fusion of those two worlds kind of coming together. And for that reason, I think it's going to do really well, and that a lot of people are going to really enjoy the scent. And that, yeah, I think it's going to be like the middle of the road warm, spicy rose scent. So for people who that's really their trademark, they might be underwhelmed by this one, you know what I mean? But if you're trying to veer into and you would like to try some warm, spicy rose, try it out. I think you might really like it, and it still has that warm, sensual, vanilla, ambery base. Very feminine, very womanly, very sexy. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the lovely comments, the encouragement, the support. This community is amazing. You guys are so wonderful. Me trying to say something and realizing saying too much is like not saying enough, is like not saying enough, is anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Until we see each other again, please take care of yourself, and I will see you very soon.